Hello everybody, this is Brooksy from the Bramley Moore Blues. This is my instant match reaction to Everton 2, Burnley 0. A very comfortable home win. It's been a long time coming, but it's arrived today against Burnley. Interesting game. I thought the Blues started quite slowly, okay in possession, but ultimately no real chances, no cutting edge. Burnley, when they got hold of the ball, I think they were worse than we were in terms of cutting edge. We had a little bit of good play around the outside, the edge of the box. There was a penalty shout for Iliam and Jai that I don't think was a penalty, if I'm honest. First goal came within around about halfway through the first half. There was a foul on the right hand side, free kick from James Garner, headed in very nicely from James Tarkowski. It was interesting they looked for offside, but it's really funny when they put up the picture of the offside, it was nowhere near being offside. It was a bit of a waste of VAR's time. However, I guess they have to check these things. It was a good, powerful header. And since the first goal went in, I thought Everton improved really well. They started to grow into the game. It was clear that if they got the second goal, we could have had a hatful today, but it wasn't to be, although we were pretty much in total control of the game. I think James Tarkowski's header was the first shot on target for either team. And whilst we had quite a lot of possession in the first half, there was nothing more that really came from it. Some good pressure, but ultimately, half-time, it was 1-0. Everton were comfortable for their lead, let's say. Burnley weren't neat and tidy, but literally they got no clue when it came to the last third, certainly in the first half. And to be fair, it didn't get much better for them in the second half. Second half performance for Everton was really good. Controlled the game throughout. So good tempo, moved the ball quickly, moved Burnley around. There were a couple of opportunities where we could have scored before we got the second goal. There was a great break from Garner, who should have played in Iliam Jai earlier. He just played it a little bit too late. It was a nice finish from Njai, but he was offside. Second goal came from, again, another good break, some good work from Dwight McNeil. Ball came out to Iliam and Njai. Really good run from Keenan Dewsbury Hall, who ran inside the fullback. Perfectly timed pass from Iliam and Njai, and a lovely, neat finish, little dink with his left foot over the goalkeeper from Keenan Dewsbury Hall. From that point on, it was pretty much plain sailing for Everton. Could have had more goals as well. There was an absolutely fantastic effort from Idrissa Gana Gueye. It was funny. It was like a half-missed tackle and a bit of a block, and the ball squirted out to one of their players. And he put in a perfect tackle to win the ball. It was a bit of a blockbuster of a tackle. Then he cut inside, took the fullback on and hit a right foot shot that just clipped the top of the crossbar. It would have been an absolute worldie. There were other opportunities as well. As a free kick, James Garner rolled the ball to Keenan Dewsbury Hall, hit a thunderous shot. Goalkeeper did okay to sort of parry it away, and it was lucky for him it didn't land at the feet of any of the Blues or the onrushing Blues, especially Beto. I think he was the nearest to it. There were some good spells of play where we just kept the ball away from them, and I think that was the thing. I think one thing I will say about the performance today, it had a lot of control. I know it's easy to say it's Burnley, but it. And we know it looks unfortunately for them that they're going to get relegated. But at the same point, I thought the game management was good. We kept the ball, we moved them around. On the few occasions that they kind of broke, we snuffed it out. I think they had the first shot on target with about 10 minutes to go, and it was a comfortable save from Jordan Pickford. Talking about Jordan Pickford, though, they're literally right at full time. He put another wonderful save. Was it as good as the one at the weekend? No, it wasn't. But from a reflex point of view, it was really good. I think it was across from the left-hand side. Ashley Barnes couldn't have been any more than kind of 2 yards in front of him. Flick little finish, and he got a hand to it. It was just the way I think we all love the fact that he turns and celebrates with the crowd as if he scored a goal, and it was great. He is a little bit of eccentric, but I think that's the reason why we love him so much, because he's a bit of a weirdo, but he's our weirdo. It was interesting to see that Moyes kept the same team from Newcastle game at the weekend, from a consistency point of view, and there's some really good performances. I do want to sort of say a special shout out to Dwight McNeil. We know he's had a bit of a rough time over the last few weeks with his failed move to Crystal Palace. But I thought he was really neat and tidy. We know he's full of energy. He's not the quickest, but he's full of energy. Carried the ball really well and was really dangerous. So fair play to him. I thought he played well. I thought Mikalenko had a nice tidy game at left back. But I guess one of the points I need to make here is that it's interesting to see, I know we've been talking about fullbacks, but as soon as the two best centre-halves, or I think that might not be the right way of saying it, the best pairing of Branthwaite and Tarkowski since they've been together, we've just looked so much more solid. I mean, Jared Branthwaite is a little bit of a Rolls Royce, isn't he? Moves across the ground really well, reads the game well. Could have scored as well. There was a lovely free kick. James Garner clipped it into the near post, very similar to what he did against Newcastle. Flicked the ball. In fairness to Dubravka, he made a good save. So what now for the Blues? A little bit of time off. I believe they're going to Portugal for some training. Fair play to them. Having just come back from Portugal, it's lovely. They're going to enjoy it, I'm sure. So it's all about Europe, isn't it? I mean, can we keep this momentum going? We've got some tough fixtures ahead of us. I think the next two fixtures will say a lot. We've got Arsenal and Chelsea. It'll be interesting to see what we get from those two games. And the thing with this Everton team is, just as we think we're on a roll, they throw a spanner in the works. But I think when we play, especially away from home, we're a threat. We're a threat for anybody. So it'll be really interesting to see. Well, fair play to the lads. They've done what they needed. It was a nice, comfortable victory. And I guess we'll see how we move on from there. That's it from me. If you like my other bits and bobs, pop to my TikTok channel. There's loads of stuff on there for you to have a look at. If you like my stuff, give me a subscribe. Drop me a message and I'll try and get back to you. Up them Blues. Enjoy your evening. I'll see you next time.